I want to send a quick thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.
So today we're going to talk about something that people ask us a lot, which is how do I find models? How do I get models to photograph, etc., etc. So Manny's going to start off by telling you how he got models in the beginning.
I married him.
You married them?
This is how my story goes. I started off on Facebook asking friends to shoot, collab. That's how I started. Then it went to Instagram. This is where the tricky part is. Because, on Instagram, let's be real here. When you have a lot of followers, a lot of people tend to think that they're celebrities. Or, they're highly sought after. They're highly sought after. And sometimes it's really hard to get a response from these models with a lot of followers or whatnot. And so the thing is, how to find models. Before I get into the approach, I want to say, first off, whatever city you live in. I live in Chicago. I follow the hashtag Chicago Models on Instagram. That's a great place to start when looking for fresh faces in your city to photograph and to collab with. Number two, I would say is, it's all about the approach, right? And I have a bad habit of not checking my message review. I don't check,
Your direct messages.
Yeah, when you direct message somebody, they're not your friend. Yeah, it goes to the request. And I have a bad habit not checking them. You check them, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So most people check them. I don't even know what everyone's habits are. But the problem is when you message someone, it'll go to their request. So what I do is I'll DM them, and then I'll go to their last post, and I'll say, hey, can you please check your DM? Thanks. Just to let them know. They're more likely going to see that comment on their picture than in their DM.
Yeah, because they get a notification for the comment and you don't get a notification for the DM. So.
Yep. That's how I would go about just getting their attention. Getting people's attention on Instagram is actually it's pretty hard nowadays.
But piggybacking on your approach, when I look at someone's approach when they direct message me, like I told you, if someone direct messages me, hey, I have a business inquiry for you, direct message me for more details. No, just... I'm not going to direct message you for more details. Just tell me your damn business inquiry. Let's not play this game. Just tell me what you want to do, and if I am inclined, I shall do it. If I'm not, then...
Yeah, so be straightforward on what you want.
Yeah.
Apparently that works for her. Be straightforward. The way I would approach people is like, hey, my name is this. I'm a photographer, and I would love to do a collaboration photo shoot with you. I love your look. I think let's work together.
And I would be more inclined to respond to something like that, even if it's like, well, I not at this time or whatever, as opposed to something super vague. It's like,
I hear you. So take it from her. Be direct. Let them know what it is and what you want to do. I want you to just understand that you're going to get a lot of people that don't answer you. Like me, right now I have 115,000 Instagram followers, and I even struggle to get responses from models that I want to shoot sometimes. That just goes to show you that a lot of times either they don't see it or they just not interested. And if you're being really pushy with a model, I think that can actually backfire on you. I think that if they just see you're interested, they may come back into their messages and see, hey, I'm going to take some pictures. I like his work. Maybe I'll hit him up.
Yeah, when you're too pushy, it just comes off as, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say desperate, but it's just like, let me think about it. If someone's interested, they'll respond, and that's that, Yeah. But going back to the beginning to what he was saying, me, when I look at someone, when I look at whether or not I'm going to be interested in working with someone, the first thing I'll do is I'll click on their portfolio. Me personally, if they have a bunch of pictures of naked people, I usually don't, because that's probably what they want to do, and I'm not gonna. It's not my style.
The style.
So I'll look at their work, and Manny, when he went on Instagram, if you look at the beginning of all of his work, and the models he had, they were all people he knew, but they were all people he knew. So even if it's people just get a portfolio together on Instagram, and different people whether it's cousins, nieces, or whoever, And another thing I'll look at is how good is your retouching, because you're not about to photograph me. You're not about to photograph me with this high intensity camera that ages you 20 years, okay? And then post that out there for the world to see. I mean, then again, we do workshops and, you know, people who are learning have done it. But my point is, if we're going to collab, if I'm going to, you know, take the time to collab with you in exchange for an image, I need you to
get your retouching skills up. That's what means.
Honestly, that's what models do look at. I mean, if your retouching skills are not, everyone's learning, but I mean, you're not gonna sit there and put my dark circles out there for the world to see, or my pimple. You know, those little things matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, if we're gonna exchange time for photos, I don't want photos where you can see every crack and crevice in my face, and you know, just blur out that pimple, you know, conceal those dark circles. You know.
Gotcha. All right, everyone, that's all we have for today. Before I get out of here, I want to send a shout out to my sponsor, Squarespace. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. So I was using Squarespace even before they started sponsoring me, and it's such an easy way to create a website. If you're interested in making blogs or even an online store like I have, check out Squarespace. If you use the coupon code Manny, you get 10% off your purchase. So
if you use the coupon code Diana,
0.
You're gonna get anything,
nothing.
I just wanted to throw that out there for you.
Great info. Link will be down below. Don't use Diana. Use Manny. All right, everyone. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Aye.